Holocaust Remembrance Day, and I couldn't let today go by without making a post on Mommom Story uh, with a new video. And this video is from tape 7. Mommom is at the end and recapping kind of her life in total, and then goes into, remembers that she forgot to tell this story. There's actually another one after this about a couple other incidents where she could have or should have potentially lost her life, and yet didn't. And this is a really moving story. It's one I have actually told in reports and stuff when I was in high school, and something that I remembered. I had actually gone through the first 6 tapes, with tape 7 and 8 really being knowing there were summary tapes or tapes at the end, and I hadn't found this story, and I knew she told it, so went back to tape 7 to break this out for you, because it's a moving story, it's impactful, and on a day like today, on Holocaust Remembrance Day, International Holocaust Remembrance Day, I wanted to share it with you.
I encountered many dangerous times in my lifetime. I think I forgot to tell you about the time when this murderer, Kruger, came to the ghetto. Everybody knew him, that he is coming like hunting for Jews. When he came into the ghetto, people were running in different directions. He was shooting at them. And I happened to be on the street one day, and I thought, if I'll run and he will shoot me, what is the use? I'm not running. And I walked slowly, and he noticed that I walk, and he was on a horse, and he comes toward me and he says, "Hey you, how come you're not running?" He said it in German. And I turned around and I said, "Why should I run? You are a person." I said it in German. "Sie sind ein Mensch." So he says, "Oh yes, I'm Mensch." And he says, "What's your name?" I said, Regina Stanger. He says, "Oh, Regina, you think you're a queen and you're not afraid of me." I said, "Why should I be afraid?" So he said, "Okay, off with you." And he let me go. And that was a very big event, because people who looked through the windows, they all couldn't believe that he was just talking to me, and he didn't shoot, he didn't shot me. So I guess chutzpah pays off, and maybe it is being young, but it never happened yet till that day in ghetto that he didn't shoot the person he was after. He was a real murderer, and he let me go. I almost became famous in ghetto because of that he let me go.
I want to take one more minute to talk about Kruger, Hans Kruger. Just for clarity, there are 2 Hans Krugers, and this Hans Kruger is insidious and a horrible person, and it sounds like the other one was not much better. But there was a judge named Hans Kruger as well, another Nazi, also based out of Germany and Poland. I want to take you to the Wikipedia page for just a moment and point out a couple of things. This Bloody Sunday massacre of 10,000, 12,000 Jews. My grandmother will talk about that in another section, another story later on as we learn more. This guy was responsible. 10 to 12,000 Jewish people murdered, mass graves in one day. I want to come down to the trial and conviction section here. It wasn't until October of 1965 that they indicted him and put him on trial in 1967. Over 20 years later, he was given life imprisonment and was let out at 76 years old in 1986 and was allowed to die on his own at 78. It is imperative that we take the time to remember these stories and look at what happened. Thank you for watching and learning and remembering on International Holocaust Remembrance Day. I hope you're enjoying listening to and learning about Mommom's story. If you are, like, subscribe, and please share.